welcome to Languages Without Borders, the podcast where we explore how languages can transform the way we travel and connect with the world. I'm your host, Karen, and today's episode is especially for travelers, tourists, and anyone who dreams of exploring new countries without fear of communication. Today, I'm very happy to welcome our guest, Robert, a traveler, language enthusiast, and someone who believes that speaking even a little of the local language can completely change your travel experience. Welcome, Robert.
Thank you, Karen. It's a pleasure to be here. I love this topic because languages and travel are deeply connected.
Let's start with your background. Roberto, can you tell us about your relationship with languages and travel?
Of course, I've always been fascinated by languages because they open doors. When you travel and speak even basic English, Spanish, another local language, people greet you differently. You're no longer just a tourist, you become a guest.
That's interesting. Many travelers rely only on translation apps. Do you think that's enough?
Translation apps help, but they don't replace human connection. When you say, hello, thank you, or how much does this costa? In the local language, people smile. It creates trust and respect.
So language go beyond communication?
Exactly. Language is culture, emotion, and attitude. It shows that you respect the country you're visiting.
In your opinion, which languages are the most useful for travelers?
English is essential. It's the global language of travel. Spanish is extremely useful in Latin America and parts of Europe. French helps in Europe, Canada, and Africa. And learning basic phrases in the local language, even if it's just survival vocabulary, is priceless.
What do you mean by survival vocabulary?
Simple phrases like, where is the bathroom? How mucho is this? Quote, I need help. I don't understand. Their phrases can save time and reduce stress.
Can you share a real situation where language helped you while traveling?
Sure. I was in a small town where nobody spoke English. I used basic Spanish and body language. Because of that, locals helped me find a hotel, recommended restaurants, and even invited me for coffee.
That's amazing. So language creates experiences, not just solutions.
Exactly. Some of the best travel memories come from conversations, not attractions.
Many travelers are afraid of making mistakes. What would you say to them?
Mistakes are part of learning. Locals usually appreciate the effort. Fluency is not required, communication is. Confidence grows when you try.
So perfection is not the goal?
Not at all. The goal is connection.
What are your tops for travelers who want to learn a language quickly?
First, focus on speaking, not grammar. Second, learn phrases, not isolated words. Third, listen to podcasts, watch videos, and repeat out loud. And finally, practice with real people whenever possible.
That's great advice, especially for short trips. How does language help with cultural understanding?
When you learn a language, you learn how people think. You understand politeness, humor, and social rules. This avoids misunderstandings and shows respect.
What advice would you give to someone traveling abroad for the first time?
Learn basic English or the local language, be patient, smile, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Language is a bridge, not a barrier.
Roberto, this conversation has been incredibly inspiring. Languages tiro make travel roche endo more meaningful.
Thank you, Karen. Traveling with Languagens is traveling with purpose.
Thank you for listening to Languages Without Borders. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with fellow travelers. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep speaking.